The Ateneo de Davao University is a Catholic, Jesuit, and Filipino university that takes pride in its long-standing tradition of academic excellence, robust research, Ignatian values and formation, as well as in the holistic development of its students. It is in this hope that the university aims to form its students to become sui generis leaders in Mindanao and in the country. As an institutional annual event, Gawad is designed to recognize the outstanding academic achievements of students who have proven themselves beacons of Atenean excellence. Gawad hereby celebrates the many gifts that the Holy Spirit has bestowed upon these brilliant students, enabling them to weave their dreams and pursue their passions in the Ateneo de Davao University and eventually in their future world of work. This year's Gawad ceremony is relatively unique, as it is presented to an Ateneo that is now thriving as a virtual learning community that holds fast with the rest of the world in the face of a global pandemic. Gawad, therefore, is all the more determined to honor the efforts of Ateneo de Davao's students as they continue to achieve excellence amidst the challenges of these unprecedented times. Gawad would also like to recognize the support of the Ateneo community, which now extends to the home. We recognize the efforts of the parents and remain grateful for their confidence in the Ateneo de Davao University and what it stands for. With all this, may our Gawad 2020 celebration remind us of what we can achieve together, in excellence and in faith, for the greater glory of God. These outstanding students in the tertiary level, as they come from varying academic disciplines and extracurricular interests, share a passion of excellence and a heart for service. Beyond their academic achievements, we are proud of their wisdom and of how they lead their everyday lives. We are therefore delighted to hear from our outstanding student awardees as they shed light onto their university experience of learning, research, and formation.
After being named as an outstanding student, I realized that this award comes with a very important challenge. That challenge lies on how I would be making use of this award for something better for my fellow students and, of course, to the community outside Ateneo. Fulfilling this challenge is a difficult task, especially during a pandemic, but I believe it is possible. Ateneo has provided me numerous opportunities for growth and leadership that were always anchored to the common good. The experiences exposed me to different realities in the society, which led me to appreciate the value of service in any way possible. The different platforms for involvement in ADU gave me chances to learn, but most importantly, empathize with people who need service the most. What I realized in the past weeks is that the reason why I'm able to balance all school activities is because of the fact that I love what I'm doing. It's easier for me to disregard other things because I found joy in learning more in my course, and I found great satisfaction from service through the samahan. It becomes natural for me to focus and balance everything because what I prioritize is also what I love so much. My biggest achievement, which was attained through the collective effort of so many students last year, was definitely being elected as the Secretary General of Samahan. This also came as a great challenge as we open a very difficult chapter in our lives. To be given a chance to lead and serve is a gift, which I believe comes with a great responsibility to deliver even if the unexpected comes and even if service seems impossible. From this, I realized that a leader is someone who's brave to face a challenge and committed enough to act. I implore my fellow Ateneans to bravely step up. Your involvement to unifying the people in your communities and creating a significant change to the lives of many is much needed, especially now. Engage, virtually or not, mobilize your groups, use your platform wisely, and maximize every opportunity to help. This pandemic calls for your presence and effort, so make sure to contribute and make a difference in any way possible. I believe that I must continue pursuing my purpose, which for me comes from service. The Atenean values are significant guiding principles towards excellence, and this comes in the gifts of discernment, compassion, and strength of character. Holding on to these guiding principles in the face of difficulties and challenges is key to excellence. The circumstances now call us to be brave, to empathize, and of course, to commit to genuine service.
It's very surreal being awarded the most outstanding student. The first thing that I did was tell my mom and my grandparents. And I'm also really grateful for the people who helped me achieve this award. That's my department chair, Sir Harvey, my classmates in American Studies, my debate moderator, Sir Kim, the people in the varsity, my mentors in Alcalam, Sir Kenny and Sir Mussolini, my fellows from Equal Access International, and of course, Kuya Adam, who really pushed me all throughout my fellowship. And it's also nice to feel that my effort isn't wasted. I think that Ateneo is the first school that doesn't think of its students as just like parts to prepare for a machine. It's a school that really pushes its students to think for themselves, to be sui generis leaders. And it's also a school where you can see privilege being confronted and interrogated, and privilege being pushed to work towards solutions that will be beneficial for the rest of society. I think that the system is never going to be perfect, but it really tries to mold leaders who are not just capable, but also compassionate. And I think that's a trait that leaders should have, because leadership should be about serving other people, not serving just your own interests. For me, what works was planners and apps for productivity. But principally, I think that it's also about acknowledging when you are tired and when you need rest, because that is part of the process. It's also about acknowledging that sometimes done really is better than perfect. Because if you're tired and if you're burned out, you really can't perform at your best. You can't deliver the products or the outputs that you are used to putting out. You need to take care of yourself. You really need to learn how to do self-love and self-care before you can function as a student, as a leader, as a debater, or as an advocate. For me, it's a tie between being accepted as a Peace Promotion Fellow under Equal Access International Philippines and being awarded a debate champion in Mindanao. And on both of those occasions, I would say that I am my own greatest challenge. I have this tendency to question my awards, question whether I really deserve them. And I think that that's not an inherently bad trait to have, especially for leaders, because that would mean consistently questioning your competency and your capability. that would also mean your humility as well. I think that leaders in Ateneo aren't trained to be micromanagers or to become bosses. I think that the training focuses on, so how should we make this vision a collective vision? How do we make it come true? How do we train for this championship together? It's a great opportunity, but leadership is also a very great responsibility. And you really have to be prepared to take on this task if you choose to take on this task. I think that charity always starts at home. So whether home is your body, your mind, whether it's your family or your chosen family, whether it's your hometown or your alma mater, whether it's Mindanao or the Philippines, serving your home is easier because you can actually relate to the experiences of the people around you. I think that God has designed a plan for each and every one of us to be able to truly embody what it means to become an Atenean. And hopefully, when that time comes, you're also ready to take on that responsibility. I can't promise that I'll always have good grades, or that I'll always bring in a championship trophy, or that I will always have community projects lined up. None of these things are certain, but what I can promise is that I will try. I will try to be curious about how the world works and what I can do to help make the world a better place. I will try to be open-minded about solutions and ideas and beliefs that aren't the same as my beliefs or my perspective. And I will try to serve my community in my own capacity at every opportunity that I can. Ateneo taught me of being a sui generis leader, being a unique leader. And that to me means being a leader that isn't afraid of being seen as human. And to be human is to fail, to learn, to succeed. To be human is also to be social. And that also means that acknowledging that no achievement of yours is achieved through one singular effort. People helped you along the way, and you always have to acknowledge those people.
So when I first got the email informing me of my nomination, I could not believe it because I barely passed last semester. So, however, I reflected on the times I got news I did not expect, like my extension of 1 year in college, and I realized that these are the times that opportunities open up for me. I may have extended 1 year in college, but I got to explore more things like taking up a minor in marketing. For last semester, I may have barely passed, but eventually my struggles were rewarded with this Most Outstanding Award. So I realized that aside from my personal effort in my academics and involvements, I owe it all to the people who helped me. So first, I owe it to God for being a steady presence in my life, to my parents for constantly supporting my pursuits, to my org mates and alumni mentors in Pigla Sapat for guiding me in my leadership journey, to my professors for gearing me up for my future career, to my org mates, to my classmates and my friends who are with me throughout my victories and my failures. Ateneo opened up a lot of doors for me, opportunities for growth that I took a brave step with and became active. So I believe I was in second year when I said to myself na boring man uy, try kaya na ako mag-join og CCO. And from there, it has been a journey of being active in clubs, being active in samahan, and towards other university involvements as well. It was hard balancing for me, my time, and I've had moments where I burned out. But I always sought the help of my friends and my classmates for encouragement. So I could enter Jacinto Gate from a night of studying out and then enter inside the Samahan office or the CCO office and then hear people crack jokes and my day immediately becomes better. It was also a matter of compartmentalizing my time. If time mag-ACADS, then time mag-ACADS. And if time ni org, then time ni org. And I believe many of us are having a hard time right now, especially in finals week. So, padayon lang and I believe we can all do it and pass the semester. I believe my greatest achievements revolve around my officership in Pigla Sapat when we reignited the organization's momentum for the years to come. And also when I became part of the Ateneo Sui Generis Leadership Camp last 2019 as part of the working committee. And like the namesake of the camp, an Ateneo de Davao leader is unique, sui generis, and magis in that we are trained to be holistic and more. It allows us to recognize that as flawed as some systems may be in society, we can always do more and achieve more. I invite everyone to seek that disturbance in your life that will make you want to move. It could be a calling or an eye-opening experience like making sense of the privileges that you have as a student or as an individual and try to seek out ways for you to grow and learn from these experiences. So your act of growth could come in the form of fighting for accessible education, exercising your right to vote, especially this 2022 elections, fighting for indigenous people's rights and peace in Mindanao. So the sky is the limit when it comes to your calling. The only thing we have to do is to constantly reach out for more opportunities to grow and to excel in our advocacies and our initiatives as people. I believe my journey to excellence isn't over. And as what we industrial engineering majors say, there's always a better way. I believe I have so much to learn and to grow from. And as a future graduate and a career person, and as a future alumnus of the Ateneo, I will strive to use my formation from the university to seek for more opportunities to make the world a kinder and better place for everyone to live in.
These narratives provide a compelling message of faith, determination, and hard work, which we hope could inspire others to also ignite that willful fire within themselves. Indeed, the Ateneo de Davao University is extremely proud of its outstanding awardees. The achievement of its students bolster the efforts of the administration, the staff, and the faculty in their continued service of the university's mission, vision, and goals of transformative Ignatian education. Through our outstanding student awardees and this meaningful celebration of Gawad 2020, our academic community is all the more set on fostering a culture driven by excellence, integrity, compassion, and a strong faith that does justice. Congratulations to all our awardees, Ad Maiorem Dei Gloria.